Hi there, and welcome back to Launch Your Speaking Dreams. I am Marshawn Evans, and I want to congratulate you on making it to video number 2. Now, as you know, during video number 1, we talked about what does it mean to have a big mission and also your big motivation. And so thank you so much for sharing your comments and your feedback. And I've enjoyed talking with you and getting to know you. And I can tell you that you truly are a life changer, that you are needed for such a time as this. And I've been so inspired by your stories and your vision. But what is next is really what I want us to kind of transition into, because the second thing that you need to launch your speaking dreams is to actually understand what your speaking dream is. And last year I did an event called Speak for Pay, and actually this whole series is a preview of our Speak for Pay event. And I want to give you a special excerpt and a clip during a session where I was talking specifically about dreams and how dreams are designed not just to be thought about, but actually to be lived. And so enjoy this clip, and at the very end of it, I'm going to give you your next coaching assignment, which is probably one of the most important. So make sure that you watch through to the very end. Now enjoy. In person. Is that there are a lot of things that you can do and build and grow really, really well, and it gets confusing. It's confusing. I'm just too daggum gifted and talented, and I don't know what to do with all of this stuff. Do I go make money over here? Do I help these people? Do I go do this? Do I build this? Oh, the problems you have. Can you relate? So you can be multi-talented and it can be confusing. And then what happens is that talent really is really tricky, makes you successful. You go and get this degree, you go and get a job, you go and get a career, and then that becomes your identity. Or you go and do something in your life and that's what you've always done, and you think that's who you're supposed to be because that's what you've always been. But what I believe is that there are many things you have learned to do well because you have watered them. Your well has been watering that thing. And that's why you've been good at whatever it is. Even if you just are great at fashion, you've watered that talent. If you're great at helping people in your career and you're confused about how to make the leap because it doesn't make sense, that thing has been good because you watered it. Okay? Whatever you water grows. Write that down. Whatever I water is what grows. And if you water the wrong vision, you'll operate in that vision. I want you to also write down, you cannot get a return on an investment that you never make. You're living the product of your previous investments. So if you want something different, if you want the dream that you've just written out, you've got to start investing in the dream that you want, not the life that you've lived. ROI is a return on investment. And the Godfidence mindset states and believes that if I want it, I pursue it. And the idea of faith without works is not faith, it is fake. It's false. You can throw apples up here, you can throw whatever you want. It's false, it's fake, it doesn't work like that. God is blessing moving targets, not sitting ducks. If you want it, go after it. Christ did not sit and wait for the people to come to him. If he had to get out of his place and he traveled around to the people until the crowds came, what makes you think that you should just have the people come to you? You got to get up and go after it. If this is your dream and if embedded in your dream is your purpose, those things go together. That's God's indication of what you need to be spending your time on, what you need to be investing in, what you need to be doing. Start watering where you want to grow and go. And it's time to start starving who you've been, because that will pull you back. Snatch you back to what you've been if you continue to go back to it, continue to invest in it and develop in what you've been doing. Versus sensing, that's the instinct, that's the intuition to know this is where I'm going. Let me start preparing for where I'm going. Plant the seeds for the harvest that is coming. Dreams are not to be longed for. Dreams are designed to be lived, to be experienced. They are gifts from heaven. It is the language of heaven that gives you direction. Don't you feel inspired just thinking about the things you've written down? Maybe scared. But I always find it inspiring to get refocused on my dream. And I'm going to tell you in just a moment here about the word inspiration and why it is so important to what you do as a messenger and as a business owner in the marketplace. But let's get in our minds what dreams really are. Out there, people out there think dreams are crazy. In here, we understand that dreams are a part of our destiny. Dreams are required for us to be able to do the thing we can't do for ourselves. It's the thing that stretches us. It's attached to vision. It's attached to purpose. And I believe that in heaven, destiny, purpose, vision, gift, I think they all sit around at this boardroom table trying to figure out everything that they can do to get your attention. Well, let me go send them this person, and then you turn that person away. Well, let me send them this invitation, and then you turn that away. Well, let me make it really obvious. And finally, they're like, oh, I think she's getting it. I think she paid attention. Did she pick up that sign? Because they're trying to get you into the place of your dream. What you just focused on for the last couple of minutes, I believe, is where you're supposed to be. Is it okay if I believe that for you? I believe that's where you're supposed to be. So we've got to change our mind about dreams. Because Apple is just the manifestation of a man's dream. Do you get this? The fact that there are black people and white people in this room is the byproduct of somebody's dream. And Asian people. Is it your name, Kim? I remember meeting you at the WIN conference. Yes. Love to see you here. And whoever else, whatever you are, all of y'all, everybody. It's the byproduct of somebody's dream. Joseph had a dream. What is your dream? What you've written down, that is just an inkling of the dream that you need to give yourself permission to start living. So as you can see, dreams are something that I don't believe you should play around with. I believe that dreams are the language of heaven, and they are designed to give us direction on what exactly it is that we're supposed to be doing with our life. Dreams are not to be longed for, they are to be lived. And the way that you live a dream is that you become very specific and intentional about it. I always say that money is not a miracle and success is not an accident. Life is not a lottery ticket. So let's get clear about what your speaking dream is specifically. I want you to tell me, where do you want to speak? How do you want to speak? Do you want to speak at what I teach about at Speak for Pay, which are the big four? Colleges, conferences, corporations, or even churches. Let's get specific about that. And then also, what do you want to speak on? And how much money do you want to make as a speaker? That's a true speaking dream. When you have a plan in place, a clear vision of where it is that you're striving to go, you're more likely to get there. So this is your next assignment. This is exactly what I want you to share with me. I want you to get clear about what your speaking dream is, and I want you to write that down, because we're going to take the vision, we're going to write it down and make it plain so that a herald can run with it. Not just you, but all of the masses, the audiences that you are inspired, you're called to. And so first you have to write it down, okay? So I'm excited to hear about your speaking dream. Do not skip over this step, because I will tell you that the people who skip over this step probably will be skipped over in terms of this coming to pass. Don't let that be you. Give your speaking dream an opportunity to come to pass. So I can't wait to hear from you. And I'll see you on the next coaching assignment. Bye-bye.